Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite soup recipes. This is something I used to make all the time, and for whatever reason, I just haven't made it in the last couple years. So when I was grocery shopping the other day, I was going past the Campbell's soup aisle and I saw bean with bacon soup, and I said I haven't made that in forever. What? Why not? So today I was just staying in, so I wanted to see what I had around my house. I have here some random packs of bacon that I had frozen in my freezer. It probably was almost a pound. I have some minced garlic, an onion, some carrots. I didn't have any celery fresh. This was fresh, but it was frozen and it looks pretty sad, but we're going to make that work. I have a can of tomato paste. We're only going to use 2 tablespoons. So I always freeze what I don't use because I rarely use a whole can of tomato paste for anything. I only had 2 cans of white beans. I had Great Northern and I also had cannellini. Normally to this recipe I would like to add 3 cans of beans, but it'll turn out fine. But normally I do use 3 cans for that. I have 3 tablespoons of Better Than Bouillon and 2 cups of water. I'm going to end up adding about 8 cups of liquid, but I just started with that as the base. Over to the side, I have my pot turned on, so I'm just starting to chop up my bacon into little chunks and throwing it in my pot, and that's the first step for this soup. We're just going to get that bacon all nice and crispy. Now that I have my bacon in the pot, I just have it over a low to medium heat. I'm just going to let it cook slowly, get it nice and crispy. And once it's done, we're not going to end up draining all the grease. I'm just going to take the bacon out, drain it on a paper towel, and take out probably half the grease, depending on how much it makes, because that gives really good flavor to the soup. I've peeled my carrots and I have that sad looking celery there. It ended up being just fine. It was just really waterlogged from being in the freezer. But I'm chopping that up. I'm going to do the same with the carrots, and then I'll get started on my onion. Now that I have my vegetables all cut up, I'm just going to wait for the bacon to cook down until it looks just about like this. I like it to be fully cooked, pretty crispy, because when you put it back in the soup, it does get a little soggy again. I put it just to drain on a paper towel, and now I'm going to show you there was a lot of grease in there because that was about a pound of bacon. So I drained most of it off till it looks about like that, but we're going to keep that in there. I'm not going to wipe that out because that is really good flavor. I'm just going to add my carrots and celery, then I'm going to add my onions. Once I have that in there, I'm going to let it simmer for a couple minutes. I added some black pepper, and here I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. I let the carrots and onions, celery, and garlic simmer for about 5 minutes. Then I added my 2 cups of chicken broth, my 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and at that point, I had already added 4 additional cups of water. So right here I have 6 cups of liquid in, but there's me adding 2 more. So I did end up with 8 cups of liquid total. Now I'm just going to put a lid on it and I'm going to bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to a simmer for about 45 minutes because I want the carrots to get soft, and then it'll be time to add our bacon. Now that the soup's been cooking for about an hour, I tried the carrots and they're nice and soft, so I'm going to add both of my cans of beans. I'm not draining the beans. I think that it makes it a little bit thicker, and I think bean with bacon should be a little bit of a thicker soup, and especially since I'm only using 2 cans of beans and I usually would use 3. I put both of the cans in there, and then I just add my bacon. And once that's in there, I'm just going to cover it and bring it back up to a simmer for maybe about 20-30 minutes. I think I left it on covered, and then it will be time to eat. So I will bring you back and show you how it looks when it's all done. Here's how it looks when it's done. This is just a really good soup. If you guys have ever tried it out of the can or had it at a restaurant, give this a try. It's a really easy one to make. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you around. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.